When you first heard Smells Like Teen Spirit, did it sound like rebellion or confusion? Come as you are. Was that an invitation or a warning? Kurt Cobain didn't just write songs. He put emotions to music. Every lyric, every scream. He was trying to understand a world that never really seemed to understand him. In the beginning, he wanted fame more than anything. But when he got it, he did everything he could to escape it. And tragically, eventually he escaped everything. We're going to decode what his songs were really all about and figure out what he was trying to tell us. So stay tuned and let me know what Nirvana songs mean to you now. Kurt Cobain grew up in Aberdeen, Washington. Born in 1967, he was drawing and writing before he could even read. His creativity was a light in a world that often felt dark. His parents divorced when he was 9. Something inside of him cracked. He carried that pain into his music. Every riff, every lyric, every scream, they sounded like both pain and power. As a teenager, Kurt drifted from home to home, with stints at his mom's, his dad's, his aunt's, and even sleeping on friends' couches. He never really found a place. What he did find was punk music. Loud, raw, unfiltered emotions. It spoke to him in ways that words couldn't. To him, the distortion was honesty. The noise was truth. The scene was sincere. The music became a reflection of how he felt inside. Imperfect and angry, but real. When Nirvana released Bleach in 1989, it wasn't trying to change the world. It was just trying to make sense of it. Bleach was the language of frustration and confusion, translated into sound and energy of youth refusing to sit down and be quiet. And even then, hidden under all that distortion, you could already hear the vulnerability and sincerity that would change the music world for an entire generation. Then came Nevermind, the album that didn't just open doors, it blew them off the hinges. But while the world heard power and witnessed a turning point, Kurt began to feel the pressure. Smells Like Teen Spirit was largely meant as irony, not revolution. Lithium was faith and confusion tangled together. Come as you are, both a welcome and a warning. The world thought it was hearing confidence. In truth, it was hearing anguish with a side of angst. His lyrics were becoming therapy, coded messages that he may not have wanted anyone to decode, but we're going to do it anyway. By the time In Utero was released, Kurt was done pretending. He was lost in a miserable marriage and stuck in the emptiness of addiction. The glitz and the glamour were all gone. What remained was pain, hopelessness, and a noise that cuts deep. Serve the Servants confronted the new reality of his fame and the old cuts from his parents' divorce. Heart-shaped box mixed beauty and decay in the same breath. All apologies felt like a confession and a farewell. He wasn't writing to sell records anymore. He was writing the truth. What makes his lyrics timeless isn't that they tell you what to feel. It's that they ask you to feel something. If you felt angry, they echoed your rage. If you felt broken, they held you together. If you felt abandoned, they remind you that you're not alone. Maybe Nirvana didn't give a generation a voice. Maybe they reminded a generation that it had one all along. Kurt once said he didn't want to be a hero. He just wanted to be honest. Maybe that's why all his songs still sound like diary entries that we were never supposed to read. When you hear his voice now, listen closely. Not for the myth, not for the tragedy, but for the boy from Aberdeen who turned his pain into poetry for all of us. And ask yourself now, what do these songs mean to you?